The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things?
Knowledge.
I already paid for the book. Yes, I ask you to cover the shipping and handling. And if that's too much, then maybe you're not ready for that next level of life.
What's up, tots? Welcome to my new series called Ruining the Internet, where I dissect the worst parts about the internet. This episode is about the finance industry as a whole, but more specifically, get-rich-quick schemes. Now, I want you to have a clear understanding of what exactly I'm talking about when I say get-rich-quick scheme. So, before we go anywhere, let me show you some examples.
And I promise to change your life forever.
Now, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not promising you that tomorrow you're going to be able to go out and buy a Lamborghini. What I am telling you is it can happen faster than you think if you know the proven steps.
Listen, this isn't a magic money machine. I'm not promising instant wealth.
Jeff, seeing how your life is now, it's hard to believe that before you discovered your shortcuts, you were dead broke living in your sister-in-law's basement.
And full transparency, there will be an offer at the end of that free training, and I can't promise you that Amazon will be perfect for you. But what I can promise you is that if you want things you've never had, you have to do things you've never done.
So get-rich-quick schemes come in a lot of different shapes and different sizes, but there are a lot of similarities within these scams. So, as you can see, if anyone's ever telling you it's not a get-rich-quick scheme,
This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme.
it's probably a get-rich-quick scheme. If they're telling you what they're offering you isn't a money-making machine,
Listen, this isn't a magic money machine.
but if you work it right, you can make a lot of money, it's probably a get-rich-quick scheme. If they're playing on your emotions and telling you you gotta change up your life completely if you want to make money,
But what I can promise you is that if you want things you've never had, you have to do things you've never done.
it's probably a get-rich-quick scheme. And the thing that really irks me about these get-rich-quick schemes isn't necessarily the fact that these people are trying to sell you a product or sell you information or sell you knowledge. It's about how they go around packaging this information and how they go around trying to distribute this information. Because there are a lot of people within the finance industry that do sell courses and do sell information, and I don't have any issues with the way that they go around their business, go around packaging their information, go around distributing and marketing their products. What really irks me about a small but loud group of people within the industry is the people that are targeting broke, uneducated, and young people. But the most likely ones to buy into a get-rich-quick scheme because they're the ones with the least to lose, the most to gain, and the ones who don't have a clear understanding of finances. And guys, I have been pretty deep down this rabbit hole myself. Some of these guys, they'll tell their audience, when you're marketing my product for me, target young males 18 to 24.
I can tell you exactly the type of people who are buying. So is a high percentage male and generally between like 18 to 44 years old. So we're only going to be targeting 18 to 44-year-old men.
They're the easiest ones to convert because these people, all they care about is their conversion rate.
The webinar converts like crazy and they're converting like crazy, right? And target people on a desktop because they're more likely to actually sit through a webinar and they're more likely to convert. And the webinar is converting like crazy right now.
How many dollars go in and how much dollars come back. That's all they care about. And that's what irks me about these get-rich-quick schemes, is because they're taking advantage of people. There's a fine line between a business trying to make its bread, trying to beat last year's profits, and a company or a brand or a person that's just trying to take advantage of people selling and distributing false information, making it seem easier than it really is. Because I'm gonna tell you something, wholesale and real estate, starting an Amazon FBA business, drop shipping on Spotify, those are completely saturated markets that take a lot of money and a lot of knowledge to get into, and there's a lot of risk. Is it possible? Yes. But can you get started with no money down? No. So I have a huge issue with this part of the finance niche. Get rich quick schemes, you're the worst. And people that I would put in this category, Dean Graziosi. I bought his free book, and the book was just part of his sales funnel. His book was just redirecting you to his website, to his products, to his courses. His free book was terrible. And he talks about how he's a best-selling author. Yeah, how can you be a best-selling author when you're selling your book for free? He's a condescending prick who tries to be a nice guy, but it just comes off as shallow, my guy.
You're not ready for that next level of life.
And Kevin David.
We're targeting 18 to 44-year-old men who speak English in the United States because we know that's my sweet spot.
I've personally watched Kevin David's content. I don't think he's necessarily a get-rich scammer, but he does market himself that way. He takes methods that do work. Man, it is so bright in here, my guys. I am so sorry. It is just so bright. Man, now you can't even see me. Amazon FBA, Shopify dropshipping, Facebook marketing. These are things that can make you money, but he sells them like they're super easy to do. Like any random Joe off the street can do it. And not to mention that these markets are completely saturated, super hard to get into, and not to mention they're super nuanced too. You do need to know what you're doing when it comes to dropshipping on Shopify, when it comes to selling on Amazon FBA, when it comes to Facebook marketing. He'll get you interested, and when you start running into problems, he has a $1,000 course that you can purchase.
I'm gonna give you everything you need to be able to
laser freaking target people.
It's terrible. It is terrible. Oh, and then another one, Tai Lopez.
Knowledge.
And what's funny to me is that if you scam long enough and hard enough and you're successful enough at it, you no longer are a scammer. You are a legitimate businessman. Tai Lopez, I think this dude is the A1. The A1 steak sauce scamming boy. This man is such a scammer, but now he's a legitimate business person. Now people use him to legitimize themselves. Tai Lopez, one of the A1 scammers, one of the day one scammers from the beginning of this freaking internet craze of scammers, is now a certified business person. And I think that's just ridiculous. No one remembers how he literally faked living in a mansion for a YouTube video, lying to his audience.
Notice the cabana on the left, the planter on the right, the two trees. What's this? Zillow.com, a short-term rental website. This house is located in Beverly Hills. Interesting. The cabana, the planter, the two trees. But wait.
Got a little squat rack.
Watch closely. Basketball hoop, chair, light, a triangle. What does it mean? Enhance that image. Basketball, chair, light.
There's a third floor for guests and stuff.
Take a close look at the light, the painting, the door. Look familiar? Enhance that image. The light, the painting, the door. He's also a fucking liar. That was the point. Yeah, he's a liar.
It's just too good. It is too good. All right, next I want to talk about flex culture and how that's used in the finance industry. So flex culture is very popular on the internet. For some reason, people enjoy when people flash their nice, expensive things in front of their face.
Oh, you've wasted all this money. Girl, this is just play money. You know what I mean? This is just AdSense.
Gold spoons?
These are gold-plated Hermes spoons.
Love that.
On it.
How much was this?
Maybe 3,000? This is probably like 1,900.
You can't get a Gucci belt and get a small Gucci belt. The whole point is that you spent too much money on it.
How much were your Gucci shoes?
These were like $1,500.
Maybe it's an inspiration, maybe it's just interesting. In the finance industry, it's used for a very specific reason, and that is to just sell more bullshit courses.
Especially billion-dollar virgin, I want to help you. You're looking at these vehicles right now. Are they mine? Of course they're mine. They're not f***ing rented. Take action. Click the link.
That's it. It's interesting. When you look at the beginning of some of these guys' content, they're in their mom's basement filming on their iPhone or a really shitty camera.
If you don't know who I am, I'm a 17-year-old entrepreneur. I basically do affiliate marketing and dropshipping.
What is going on, guys? My name is Sebastian, and in this video we're going to be going over influencers on Instagram.
Often when people want to start dropshipping on Shopify,
really shitty production. It looks like iMovie editing, and then as their channel grows, as time moves on, they start upgrading. Their camera gets better, they start buying nice cars.
Evan, what do you think? What do you think, bud? You ready for your GTR to look like this too? Hell yeah.
In my entire next few months, am I going to write a check this big?
What is up, guys? It is Sebastian. I hope you guys enjoyed that edit.
So this car right here is my Porsche 718 Cayman. So I'm not gonna make this like a car review.
And then they start moving into really nice houses.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my new house. All right, so over here we have two different two-car garages, in my opinion. So not only is it a way bigger than necessary pool.
All right, what is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Actually, the second video in my new office here.
It's really interesting. When you're watching their content, when you're engaging with their content, the progression seems steady and it makes sense, right? As their business that they're talking about starts to grow, they start to buy nicer things, they save up more money, they accumulate more wealth, so it kind of makes sense. But when you go back and you really look at their content, it really starts to kind of unravel. If they were making the type of money that they were talking about in the beginning, why weren't they already in a nice house, right? Why did they have to wait till they had tens of thousands of subscribers and thousands of people purchasing their course before they upgraded their lifestyle?
It makes me sick. Johnny, these goddamn people taking advantage of young, clueless millennials. These goddamn scammers.
And I know you probably don't believe me, so roll the footage.
Peter, roll the goddamn footage!
If you're a millionaire, why sell a course?
Okay. Just consider for a second. If he's actually lying about this stuff, and he's asking you to pay money for a course, which we'll get to in a second, is that wrong? Is it wrong to lie about something and then sell a course about something you've lied about? I think it is.
I'm making this video because I think it matters. I'm making this video because if I had seen a video like this, I probably wouldn't have spent $600 that I spent a week working for on one of these scams. I personally invested $600 of my own money in one of these get-rich-quick schemes because I felt so hopeless. I felt like nothing was working out. I dropped out of college. I was working a really shitty job. I was just struggling. In my hour of need, in my desperation, I turned to these get-rich-quick schemes because they seem like someone that you could trust. Right after I spent the $600, I realized that that was such a stupid decision, and I immediately canceled my debit card and I moved on with my life. But there are so many people out there that are and were in the exact same shoes that I was in. In America, we idolize the American dream. That's what we fantasize about. From rags to riches, anything is possible. All you have to do is work hard. And in a sense, that's true. People know the American people love that story, and so they exploit it. In life, finances are so confusing. We don't get taught it in school. No one tells you about taxes. No one tells you how to run a business. No one tells you how to make money. You don't learn this. There's no class in school on how to make money. There's no class in school on how to do your taxes. No class in school on how to pick the right career. So we turn to the internet to self-teach ourselves, and people are waiting there to take advantage of us. That being said, I do think there are some amazing channels that do offer amazing financial advice on YouTube that I personally feel comfortable endorsing. And that's only like 2 channels, to be fair. Gary V, amazing guy who some people like to think is a get-rich scammer, but he has no courses for you to buy. He has no $1,000 product for you to buy. He puts all his content out for free, and I just love that so much.
Because if anybody ever did it, then you can too. Stop making excuses. Stop complaining.
He has built multi-million-dollar businesses that he's not afraid to name, whereas these other internet people, they will never show you their business's tax returns. They will never show you which online business they run because it doesn't exist. Another finance YouTuber that I just love so much is Graham Stephan.
Going and buying things and living a consumerist lifestyle and living to impress other people is always going to be a losing battle. So instead, we should really strive to reduce our expenses and reduce our extravagances to really get back to the basics of what matters the most to us, which is freedom and not things.
From my understanding, he is actually a successful real estate agent and a successful YouTuber. When I watch his content, he's not shoving a course down my throat. He's just offering me great financial advice that has helped me a lot. And another one that I just remembered is minority mindset.
78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and 61% of Americans don't have $1,000 put aside to cover an emergency. We can point fingers at the root of the problem, but the reality is 90% of money problems have nothing to do with the amount of money you make. It's what you do with the money you make.
And I know this video has gotten a little more serious at this point because this is a really serious topic, and I really want you to wake up and smell the roses if you have been in the dupes of these scammers. I think that's pretty much it. Yo, Peter, anything else on the, goddamn Peter, you can't trust anyone nowadays, right? Peter. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked it, and more content just like this coming soon. I think this is good.
I'm so fucking empty. That's why I was able to let you in, because there was no me to not let you in. Never a matter of if, but a matter of when. That's why it's so hard to keep smiling, but I think I might just stop crying, cause I miss you so much. It's a new Monday, so it's really kinda tough.